that didn't work out. All right, today we're gonna replace this fan above me, this cheesy RV fan. We're gonna replace that fan. This one's in the bathroom. We're gonna replace it with a Fantastic. I've already replaced installed 2 of these in the RV. One of the fancy ones and one of the basic ones. We're just gonna put a basic one in here because it's just for exhausting turd gases and shower gases. So let's get on it. We got to go up top, take the cover off. So I am replacing the fan that's underneath this cover. And this cover is not as nice as these covers. This cover is actually the Fantastic Fan cover. It's called an Ultra Breeze. This one here, I believe, is just a max air unit. So just a cheapy unit. But I did not get another cover. I didn't want to spend the money, so I'm just going to use this cover. And like I said, it's not super important. So let's get the cover off. This one is bolted on, and these ones have clips. So the nicer ones have clips, and the cheaper one has screws. Do not use a screwdriver to scrape Dicor. I'm doing this because I'm too lazy to go downstairs and get my plastic scraper. So you're supposed to clean off Dicor with mineral spirits, but I just go with alcohol because that's what I have. So when you're doing electrical and you're doing it with a hot circuit, this is just 12 volt. When you cut a wire and you've got bare wire and you're not ready to hook it up yet, it's good to put your connector on, you crimp it on. That way the bare wire is actually protected down inside there, and then when you're ready you can just connect your new wire to it. Now, like I said, it's just 12 volt, but when it does arc, it makes a little light show, and you don't want to fry anything down the road, you know, a fuse or other component. So it's just good practice. So I took a picture of it so I would be able to remember, but these were wired black to white and green to black. So this is the old unit with a single fan in it, just a little guy. And the cover wasn't really easily removable. And these Fantastic Fan units, they're nicer. They have a bigger fan and the cover is relatively easy to remove. Take this off and you can clean it. So this unit, we need to make sure we get the front right. So we'll open it a bit. Alright, so this is the front of the unit here, because that's the front of the motorhome. And this guy just goes down in like that. Now, of course, our wires are on the wrong side, so we'll have to route those around. This will be when I'm coming out here. I'm going to take this cover off. Now this model 1200, this is the cheapest Fantastic Fan they sell. It's a single direction, it's a 3-speed, and it's just controlled by the switch on it. And it's also just controlled, the dome is controlled by just the turning of the knob. Now I have a nicer one that's got a thermostat and it's reversible. And then I have one that's just like this. It's a model 1200, it's the cheap one. And what I did is I just put a 3-way switch in it to make it reversible. I don't care about automatic domes or anything like that. My motorhome's not that fancy. What I'm doing is, the wires are coming out here. I want the wires to come out the other side, so I'm going to route them around. Okay, so green is positive and black is negative. You see that it's got the 13.69 volts. If I go the other way, it says negative 13.69, so green is positive. And this is nicely labeled, black is positive. Alright, now we can test our fan. Dome. And the fan works. Fan is blowing out, so that's what we want. We want it to go out. Okay, so when you put a fan in, or any other thing on the roof of your motorhome, you're going to use what's called Butyl Tape. Okay, and It's very similar to bagging tape or zinc chromate or chromate, however you refer to it. But it's just, it's bagging tape. So I'm gonna run a bead of Dicor around my butyl tape just before I lay the thing down. All right, now we can set the fan down in the hole. So I didn't even bother to go look inside, see if I even had this thing centered in the hole. So I might be taking the whole thing out. Yeah, not at all, but I'll try and hug this side with it. Okay, so it's not centered. It's this way. All right, it looks like it'll work. Just have to trim it a little bit. All right, so we'll put the dome on. And some more Dicor, and we'll be done on top. Can you open the dome until I tell you to stop? Okay, stop. Did it open fine? Kind of what? Is it? You said it's rubbing?
It looked like it was rubbing that one in the middle.
Alright, open it all the way. Well, yeah, open it.
It stops the dome.
Okay, open it some more.
That's it.
Okay, stop right there. Okay. Okay, go ahead and lower it down a little bit. Can you really not reach that? Okay, right there is good. Doesn't look any different than it did when I started. Okay, so now I've got to put the trim piece in and measure it so that I can trim it. And I'm not sure where to put you. Okay, so we're gonna put this guy up here, like so. You can see the angle, much more material off this side than this side. Yes, I know it would be easier to cut the outside, but my marks are on the inside. Alright, let's go see if it fits before the battery dies. Alright, so it goes in that orientation. Put you back up here. Fits beautifully. Jam my 4 screws in here. We're done with this project.